Hi everyone, good evening. I'm Shreya Dhoundial. It's good to see you. It's turning out to be not such a good year end for the Congress party that is seeing yet another leader step out and openly call out the party for its lack of coherent and consistent leadership. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the person saying this is the ultimate Congress insider. She's the daughter of a veteran and a staunch Gandhi loyalist who was a loyalist till his last breath. Mumtaz Patel, the daughter of Ahmed Patel, in an interview to Navika Kumar on Times Now, has articulated what has so far been an open secret. She says there is no inner party democracy in the Congress and just a handful of people actually decide everything. She spoke of Rahul Gandhi and said that, well, he's the ultimate leader for the Congress, but is surrounded by his coterie and is inaccessible to the rest. She gave her own example. She said she has been seeking an appointment from Rahul Gandhi for the last 1 year, but still is waiting for that one call. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Mumtaz Patel said something that many leaders who fight elections in the Congress say, and not from today, for some time now. The top leadership is missing from the ground. There are no directions that come from, quote unquote, the high command. And that people like her on the ground fighting elections or trying to get things done feel like a headless chicken. Those are her words, not mine. Mumtaz has also added to the palace intrigue by accepting that there are camps within the Congress party, the Rahul camp and the Priyanka camp. Now, the Congress party has, of course, reacted to this. So has the BJP. A war of words is underway. But before we get to all of that, ladies and gentlemen, hear from the woman who is at the center of the storm.
हम चाहते हैं कि ज़मीन पे जाके रेगुलरली काम करें, बट उसके लिए आपको एक प्लेटफॉर्म चाहिए, आपको डायरेक्शन चाहिए, आपको गाइडेंस चाहिए, आपको टीम चाहिए. और वो चीज मुझे लगता है मिसिंग है, क्योंकि आज मैं भी अगर निकलती हूं तो आई एम लाइक अ हेडलेस चिकन, यू नो. डेमोक्रेसी के लिए लड़ रहे हैं,
पार्टी के अंदर है,
पार्टी के अंदर डेमोक्रेसी शुड बी मोर, बिकॉज डिसीजन मेकिंग इज कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड इन द हैंड्स ऑफ अ फ्यू.
और दूसरा, आपकी पार्टी तो सबसे बड़ा दावा यही करती है कि वो बड़ी डेमोक्रेटिक पार्टी है डेमोक्रेसी कांग्रेस के अंदर? सच कहिएगा, दिल पे हाथ रख के.
डेमोक्रेसी के लिए लड़ रहे हैं,
पार्टी के अंदर है,
पार्टी के अंदर डेमोक्रेसी शुड बी मोर.
नहीं है या नहीं है? इसके मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन नहीं है. हाँ या ना? पार्टी है कि नहीं? डोंट बी डिप्लोमैटिक, से इट एज यू डू.
आई डोंट थिंक सो.
डेमोक्रेसी नहीं है.
नॉट, आई डोंट, बिकॉज डिसीजन मेकिंग इज कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड इन द हैंड्स ऑफ अ फ्यू. सो इन दैट सेंस, अगर देखिए, मुझे मेरे लीडर, मैं राहुल गांधी जी को कहूँगी, हैं लीडर हैं, क्योंकि मैं कांग्रेस पार्टी से हूँ. उन्होंने कहा है डरो मत, रुकना नहीं, झुकना नहीं. If he said
पर
that,
अभी ओडिशा के एक एमएलए ने बोला था उनको निकाल दिया, उधर नवजोत कौर जी ने बोला, तो शायद
मुझे भी निकाल देंगे. पर मैंने सीखा है अपने फादर से भी, वो शायद ज्यादा डिप्लोमेटिक थे मुझसे, मुझे बोलते थे कम बोला करो, जो कि मैं नहीं बोलती हूँ. तो मुझे जो फील होता है, मैं गलत भी हो सकती हूँ, बट जो मुझे दिख रहा है, जो मुझे फील होता है, मैं बिना डरे बोलना चाहती हूँ.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, many people within the Congress party are saying that Mumtaz has articulated what every Congressee feels. Others are arguing that Mumtaz is disgruntled with the party because she had hoped to contest the Bahruch seat in 2024, but Alliance Dharma put that seat in the AAP's jholi. Today, officially, the Congress party has not taken very kindly to her assessment of what is wrong with the party. They say it's only because of inner party democracy within the Congress that people like Mumtaz and Shashi Tharoor can speak their mind without facing consequences.
I would like to ask her, in an exclusive interview to Times Now, Mumtaz Patel has made several allegations against the Congress party.
Workers have their opinions. I don't need to comment on everything.
She has said that there is no democracy, anything.
If there was no democracy, she wouldn't have been able to say it.
This is very unfortunate to see that Mumtaz Patel, who is the daughter of late Janab Ahmed Patel Sahab. Janab Ahmed Patel Sahab was loyalist to the core, to the Congress party and to the Congress leadership and the ideology of the Congress party. And Mumtaz Patel, in fact, who holds no position in the party, and she does not know anything about the party's hierarchy, party's organization. And she commenting and making a statement on and about the internal democracy of the party holds no ground because she does not know anything about the party's organization.
Ladies and gentlemen, the BJP is rubbing its hands with glee, saying that Rahul Gandhi keeps going around town saying democracy is in danger, but in his own party, democracy is dead.
Why is this a new fact? This is something known to Indians for the last 35-40 years. That is a party that once upon a time boasted of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and so many other senior leaders who helped India get independence. And today it's reduced to a son and a mother and a sister and a daughter and a son-in-law. So I think it's clear there never was a democratic instinct in the Congress. And even in Kerala, you can see that they are today fraternizing with Jamaat-e-Islami and Indian Union Muslim League, which are hardly democratic parties. And so that is what they talk about the constitution on one hand, but their politics is all about extreme control, extreme anti-democracy, and foisting a failed dynasty on people again and again and again.
What Mumtaz Patel said is actually true. She is reflecting the true colors of the Congress party. Ma'am was queen who used to make prime minister. Now the son and daughter want to become a prime minister. But how to become a prime minister, they don't know. And the whole Congress, Gandhi Congress, has taken the real Congress party into the graveyard. And rightly so, Mumtaz said, and this is what is happening. There are only dodgers. ये ऐसे मुर्गे हैं जिनसे कभी बांग नहीं निकलेगा.
Ladies and gentlemen, the BJP will say what it will say, but today even the Congress's own allies are asking them to introspect. After all, Mumtaz Patel is hardly the first or the last Congress leader to speak out in frustration. Shashi Tharoor has done it repeatedly, and he is now persona non grata. Manish Tiwari has done it from time to time. In fact, one Congress veteran from Odisha, he's the man on your screens, Mohammad Mokim, he's an ex-MLA. He wrote a 5-page letter to Sonia Gandhi flagging the leadership crisis, asking for a renewal of the party so that the party can march into the future with its head held high. He also suggested Priyanka Gandhi take over the party. Mr. Mokim was suspended after writing that letter. Mumtaz feels she too will be sacked. You've just heard her in her interview. We'll wait and see if that actually happens. But the Congress allies today are advising them to look inwards and seriously consider what Mumtaz is saying.
वो सोनिया गांधी जी के बड़े नज़दीक रहे हैं. अब उनकी बेटी का ये कहना कि कांग्रेस के अंदर डेमोक्रेसी जो है वो ख़त्म हो रही है. कांग्रेस को इस ऐसी बातों पे या ऐसी टिप्पणियों पे ज़रूर सोच विचार करना चाहिए.
अभी कुछ दिन पहले इमरान मसूद ने कहा कि प्रियंका गांधी जी को आना चाहिए. तो अब कौन क्या है इनके परिवार में? इंडिया गठबंधन जब बना था तो उसमें कांग्रेस की बड़ी भूमिका रही थी और कांग्रेस को हम सब ने बड़ा भाई माना था. लेकिन उसके बाद इंडिया गठबंधन का कौन नेता है, उसकी कब मीटिंग हुई कि नहीं हुई पता नहीं चला. तो अब कांग्रेस को तो चिंतन करना चाहिए ना कि कांग्रेस क्यों बार बार परेशान है.
Is chaos the only constant in the Congress party? Charu Pragya, spokesperson of the BJP, joining us on the broadcast. Good evening, Charu. Yash Chaudhary is a political analyst joining us on the broadcast as well. Hi, Yash. Good evening. Just to tell you a bit about Yash, he used to be with the Congress party at some point of time, and then he switched alliances. And he says he's a fit case to describe exactly why and how there is no inner party democracy in the Congress party. Welcome, Yash. Ashutosh Mishra is a senior journalist. Good evening, Ashutosh ji. Good to see you, looking all suited and booted, if I may say so. And Sanjeev Kaushik, political analyst, joining us on the broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, a caveat here. Many of you must be wondering, this is a discussion on the Congress party. Why is the Congress party not represented on the show? well, the Congress party is not represented on the show because they did not want to participate in this discussion. But all parties do that. Yesterday, the BJP didn't want to participate on a discussion on how Christians were being attacked during Christmas. So all political parties do it. I won't say anything more about it. Can I start with you, Charu Pragya, and ask you why you think, or why at least your party thinks that what Mumtaz is saying needs to be taken seriously? I mean, after all, and this is the argument that the Congress party is making, the very fact that someone like Mumtaz Patel continues to be in the party, someone like Shashi Tharoor continues to be in the party, someone like Manish Tiwari continues to be in the party, is an example of the real inner party democracy within the Congress party. And then they say, BJP ko dekh lo, wahan pe to one choo, and they're out, sacked.
Good evening. It's always a pleasure to be on your show, Sneha. But tell me, who was sacked in the BJP? And what Congress is now trying to pass off as democracy is frankly apathy. They couldn't be bothered. They do not care who says what. And every time someone has gotten very persistent in their questioning or letter writing, they've been shown the door. See, previously, maybe Congress leaders left the party and joined other political organizations quietly. Now, that is not the case anymore. Now, all of Congress's dirty linen is washed in public, washed in front of us. That's why we are allowed to comment on it, because you are the one who's discussing your internal matters in front of the entire country. So the entire country gets a front row seat to your drama. You remember the G23? Publicly, they wrote letters. And time again, leaders have left the party all the way from the north in Kashmir, Ghulam Nabi Azad ji, to Captain Amrinder Singh ji in Punjab, to Jyotiraditya Scindia, Anand Sharma, Prithviraj Chavan, Hemant Biswa Sarma, Jitin Prasada, Shushmita Dev, Ashwini Kumar, Milind Deora, RPN Singh, Priyanka Chaturvedi, Acharya Pramod Krishnan, Shehzad Poonawala, who's in our party and is a spokesperson. Kapil Sibal is also an independent MP now. So, see, the fact of the matter is that this has been a Congress problem, and many leaders have pointed it out time and time again. But has the Congress leadership taken note? No. In fact, they have made terrible remarks, remarks which are more like, we don't care who stays, we don't care who goes.
Charu, but you should be happy. The Congress is not doing anything about it. You should be happy that Mumtaz will say what she will say and the Congress's high command will not get off its high horse. You should be happy. It's only benefiting your party. Ashutosh Mishra ji.
It doesn't benefit the country though. And Shreya, I'll tell you something. It's not like India does not have an opposition, right? India has an opposition. There are elections that my party loses. But are we losing those elections to the Congress party? Or have we lost those elections to other regional parties? So when I write off the Congress, it's not because I write off Indian opposition. When I write off the Congress, it's because I really think that they have no ideology, they have no clarity, they have no consistency and discipline. Their leader wants to participate in Bihar elections while he sits abroad and he thinks giving statements is sufficient.
Ashutosh Mishra ji, again, Mumtaz is not the first or the last leader from the Congress party who's articulating what many people in the Congress feel. Look at what she has said. She says, we want to do things on the ground, right? For example, if people are fighting elections, is there any direction or leadership from the high command, from Rahul Gandhi and his team, etc.? There is nothing. We run around. She feels, she's saying, and I'm quoting her, I feel like a headless chicken. She's not the only one, Ashutosh ji. If you speak to leaders in private, especially local level leaders, they will tell you exactly the same.
So
there is a problem with Rahul Gandhi and his style of leadership. He's sometimes there and he's sometimes not there. And he's not available to people he should be available to, right? He kept DKS waiting. So that issue in Karnataka has been brewing for some time. He has not been able to convince Shashi Tharoor to, keep quiet and just stick with his side. There are problems, right, with his leadership?
My problem with so-called leaders like Mumtaz Patel is that they are not actually leaders. Mumtaz Patel hasn't told the public that her husband, Irfan Siddiqui's assets have been seized by ED in the Sandesra scam, in which the Sandesras just made a plea in Supreme Court where they paid 5,100 crores. That her brother Faisal is more honest that at least he has quit the Congress. And these people, they forget that their father had worked to gain his place. And unlike them, these are children who are feeling entitled that just because they are children of Ahmed Patel, they should get the same importance. They have to prove their worth, and so far they have failed. And that's why you see BJP will keep talking about the Tharoors. Shashi Tharoor fought an election in a Congress, lost it, and thereafter it has been a case of sour grapes from him. He cannot even help Congress win the Thiruvananthapuram mayoral elections and goes to Bihar and speaks highly of Bihar. So these people their interests are not the same as that of the Congress party. That's why they're feeling uncomfortable.
Okay.
They are not what you call dedicated workers.
तो आशुतोष जी,
disagree please.
आशुतोष जी, तो आप मुझे बताइए, उड़ीसा का एक एमएलए, एक्स एमएलए चिट्ठी लिखता है सोनिया गांधी को 5 पेज की. He says there's a problem with the leadership in Odisha. There's a problem with the central leadership. The party needs to be renewed. There is a revival required. 5 पेज की चिट्ठी बड़ी मेहनत के साथ वो इंसान लिखता है. He's sacked. अब आप बताइए, even his interests are not aligned with the party. Today you are saying that Mumtaz is actually someone who's compromised because there are ED cases against her husband, and therefore she is speaking the language of the BJP.
So in every state, there will be people who will be disgruntled with the local leadership. And they will write. I mean, it's not a case. It's not a case like in BJP where Nitin Nabeen is hoisted as the president, and then they will talk about democracy in other parties. I mean, with what pace do they even have these?
So no, if there was inner party democracy, why was this Odisha ex-MLA sacked for writing a letter? उसने कुछ गलत तो नहीं बोला. He didn't give any गाली गलोच. He was just putting down on pen and paper what he thought was good for the party.
Where he has written a letter. You and I don't know what has happened otherwise. So how can I comment?
I have read the letter.
You just take
हाँ, बोलो चारू प्रज्ञान, then Yash can come in. Both of them are smiling.
Yes, because now all your arguments fall flat in the face of recent incidents. Okay, are you trying to tell me P. Chidambaram ji is not a part of the Congress party? He's saying we don't know who's calling the shots here. He says it time and time again. Manish Tiwari. He says it. In fact, Rajanna, a sitting minister in Karnataka, was forced to resign. Just, little decency was left that he was not sacked publicly. He was forced to resign because he disagreed with the Congress High Command. See, I very clearly said, if you're going to wash your dirty linen in public in front of us, we are allowed to comment.
But
Otherwise,
Charu, there is a high command. अरे ये हाई कमांड की बड़े कोसते हो आप लोग कांग्रेस पार्टी को, and who's the high command, what are they high on? The BJP guys say all sorts of things. My point is आपकी पार्टी में भी तो high command है ना, and your high command is only 2 people. So even within the BJP, only 2 people are taking all decisions, Prime Minister Modi and Amit Shah, the Home Minister.
Okay.
So if in their party that is the case...
I disagree.
I
disagree. Shreya, you have to allow me this. I disagree, and I'll tell you why. I disagree because we have a party structure which is disciplined in our party. I openly said, if you are going to publicize an issue and you're going to wash your dirty linen in public, you're going to fight in front of us, you're going to give media reactions visible to the whole world and tweet against each other, visible to the whole world's going to comment. Tell me when has it happened in the Bharatiya Janata Party? It never has. And can you predict the next president after Nitin Nabeen ji? You cannot. So Congress hierarchy and their high command system cannot ever be compared to the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Shreya. Thank you so much. See, one thing I would like to ask Ashutosh ji, what do you define as who is a leader in the Congress party? So if you don't think Mumtaz is a leader, let me tell you myself, I was the chairman, the head for party's international youth wing. I was party's legal cell head, and I was been in charge of a lot of states. And I've left the party when I was own appointment. I had no interest of running elections. I had nothing. I just had discontent with the party's functioning because of how the party works. It has no democracy. There is no denial in that. The dynastic politics to marginalization of discontent in the party, to centralization of decision making. The biggest thing is the exploitation of youth, which happens in Congress, is something very serious, and I would want to speak about that. If you see youth Congress elections by themselves, they call it democratic, but I've seen over a period of time where the people who have their votes have been changed in hours when the election result was announced of different states, the election result came out as someone else winning, but they would change under pressure into someone else winning. When you go to realize there's a money involved and there's a young person who's putting a lot of money in these elections, the youth comes in, and after the work is done, we barely see Congress taking charge of its own people. Whereas you're talking about Mrs. Tharoor or you're talking about Mumtaz herself, I think Mumtaz comes from a family where she has all the rights to speak about Congress. Her father has given his life to the party. And if she's standing straight and still calling Rahul Gandhi as a leader, of course, the democratic values of speaking about a party is given by the country, by the constitution of this country, which everybody carries around their hand.
Sanjeev ji, therefore I ask you, it's not like Mumtaz Patel is joining the BJP. She's still saying that Rahul Gandhi is my ultimate leader, but she's also saying that I've been waiting for 1 year. I have not got an appointment from him. This BJP Odisha MLA said, I have for the last 3 years been asking Rahul Gandhi for an appointment. I have not got that appointment. Himanta Biswa Sarma, who used to be with your party at one point of time, and with your party, I mean the Congress party, had famously said that Rahul Gandhi had more time for his dog Piddi than he had for me.
I'll also like
now,
to tell
is this how leaders behave? There is a leadership crisis. In fact, she's even talking about Priyanka ka camp and Rahul ka camp now in the Congress party.
Now, let me also tell you one thing.
Ek minute. Let Sanjeev Kaushik ji come in.
श्रेया मुमताज पटेल के उस स्टेटमेंट पे हम लोग बैठ करके चर्चा कर रहे हैं जो मुमताज पटेल ने कहा नहीं। नाविका कुमार जी ने मुंह में उंगली डाल करके जबरदस्ती वो शब्द बाहर निकलवाया, हाँ बोलिए ना बोलिए, और उसके बाद में वो बोली।
3 बच्चों की माँ है मुमताज पटेल, उनको बेवकूफ बनाना आसान नहीं है।
सांसद और 5 बार के मेरी बात तो सुनिए ना। 3 बार के सांसद और 5 बार के राज्यसभा सदस्य रहे अहमद पटेल। कांग्रेस पार्टी के प्रति कितने लगन और ईमानदारी के साथ वो काम करने वाले थे। मैनेजमेंट क्राइसिस वो मैनेज करने वाले वैसे लोगों के तौर पे उनको जाना जाता था। आज उनकी बेटी, उदाहरण भरे पड़े हैं। जब आप सत्ता में नहीं होते हैं तो सत्ता में रहने वाले लोग या हमेशा सत्ता के करीब रहने वाले लोग वो भरूच में अपना स्थान बनाने का प्रयास कर रही है। पिछली बार ठीक आपने कहा अपने रिपोर्ट में कि 1 सीटें आम आदमी पार्टी के खाते में जाने की वजह से वो वहां पे उनको टिकट नहीं मिल पाया। तो वो कोशिश कर रही है, युवा है, यंग है, लगातार कोशिश कर रही है। लेकिन जो लोग सत्ता में बने रहने की कोशिश में हमेशा रहते हैं वो सत्ता से बाहर निकलने के बाद में बहुत मुश्किल होती है। हमने देखा, ज्योतिरादित्य सिंधिया को देखा कि किस तरह से कांग्रेस पार्टी ने उनको कहां से कहां पहुंचाया, लेकिन उनको जाना था, सत्ता के करीब जाना था, सत्ता के साथ रहना था, मंत्री बनना था, तो वो गए। तो जाने वालों को कोई रोक नहीं सकता। भूमिकाएं बांधी जाती है, लेकिन सबों के बावजूद आप जो ये कह रही हैं कि कांग्रेस पार्टी में अंदरूनी लोकतंत्र नहीं है, यही लोकतंत्र की खूबसूरती है। और कांग्रेस के लोकतंत्र, आंतरिक लोकतंत्र का ये उदाहरण है कि इस तरह के स्टेटमेंट और इस तरह के इंटरव्यू देने के बाद में भी उनसे कोई सवाल नहीं पूछे गए। बताना, बोलना है, बोलिए, आप स्वतंत्र हैं। कोई कमियां दिखाई दे रही है तो उस कमियां पर चर्चा कीजिए, आप बताइए, और निश्चित तौर पर उस कमियों को दूर करने का प्रयास करेगी। लेकिन कांग्रेस पार्टी आज के वक्त में चूंकि सत्ता में नहीं है, केंद्र में
नहीं। संजीव जी, आपने सुना कि आपके अपने एलाइज क्या बोल रहे हैं? आपके अपने एलाइज बोल रहे हैं कांग्रेस पार्टी को ज्यादा सीरियसली लेने की जरूरत नहीं है। आज मुमताज पटेल के इंटरव्यू के बाद आप लोग तो मुमताज पे उंगली उठा रहे हैं और कह रहे हैं नविका जी ने जबरदस्ती जो उनको बोलना भी नहीं था वो बुलवा दिया, और इनके हस्बैंड पे तो केसेस हैं इसलिए ये बीजेपी की लैंग्वेज बोल रही है। लेकिन आपने सुना कि आपके अपने एलाइज क्या बोल रहे हैं? कि सुनिए, इंट्रोस्पेक्ट करिए, क्योंकि जो मुमताज बोल रही है संजीव जी, वो कांग्रेस वाले ऑन द ग्राउंड बोलते हैं कि लीडरशिप मिसिंग है। कहां रहती है, क्या करती है, कब करती है, कुछ समझ नहीं आता है।
ये वही लीडरशिप है जिसको आप पिछले इलेक्शन में 2019 के इलेक्शन में बिल्कुल खत्म कर देने की जिसको बात थी कि अब दोबारा उठ के खड़ा होने तक की नौबत नहीं आने देने वाले थे। उसी इलेक्शन में राहुल गांधी ने लोकसभा चुनाव में, अगली चुनाव में जहां खत्म करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, 100 के करीब दुगुनी ताकत से वापस बाहर आए। आप जिस तरह से सत्ता का इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं विपक्षी पार्टियों को तोड़ने के लिए, धमकाने के लिए, उस पर कॉकस बनाने के लिए,
तो हुआ है, बिहार भूल गए। आप भी दिल्ली में रहते हैं ना, यही होता है पोल्यूशन के साथ, सब गजनी बन जाते हैं। बिहार भूल गए, हरियाणा भूल गए, महाराष्ट्र भूल गए।
नहीं, मैं कह रहा, मैं तो कह रहा हूं कि जिस तरह से आपने भी, आपके चैनल पर हम बैठे थे हरियाणा के लिए काउंटिंग के रोज, किस तरह से आधे घंटे के अंदर में सारा मौसम माहौल बदल गया, क्या था पहले और क्या बाद में हो गया, उसमें हम नहीं जाना चाहते हैं। लगातार जिस तरह से भारतीय जनता पार्टी अपने उन संवैधानिक संस्थानों का इस्तेमाल कर रही है, ये गलत है निश्चित तौर पर। और चूंकि कांग्रेस पार्टी सत्ता में नहीं है तो सबको संतुष्ट करने के लिए उसके पास ऐसा कोई सिस्टम भी नहीं है, चाहे राज्य में हो या केंद्र में हो, कि संतुष्ट किया जाए। जिसको जाना है वो जाएगा ही।
You know, Mr. Kaushik, while I understand what you're saying, and I do think there is some logic to what you're saying, the point is, how long has the Karnataka crisis been brewing? कम से कम 1 साल तो हो गया डीकेएस और सिद्धरमैया को लड़ाई करते हुए पब्लिकली. उसका आज तक समाधान हुआ है? नहीं. आज भी खड़गे जी आके बोल रहे हैं हाँ हम देख लेंगे, हम सॉर्ट आउट कर देंगे. भैया ये कैसी लीडरशिप है? कर क्या रही है? जो आप मतलब आप कितने स्टेट्स में इस समय इन पावर? कर्नाटका में है और हिमाचल प्रदेश में है. कर्नाटका भी हाथ से जाएगा. तेलंगाना सॉरी, तेलंगाना में तो ठीक ठाक गाड़ी चल रही है, तो कुछ बोल नहीं सकते.
कोई बात कह रही हैं तो निश्चित तौर मुमताज पटेल यदि कोई बात कह रही हैं एक कार्यकर्ता के तौर पर, कुछ कमियां बता रही है, तो निश्चित तौर पे कांग्रेस पार्टी इस पर संजीदगी से ध्यान भी देगी. वो
चलिए बहुत अच्छी बात है,
कोई गुरज नहीं है. वो कांग्रेस पार्टी अभी भी कह रही है कि राहुल गांधी मेरे लीडर है, हम राहुल गांधी हमारे लीडर है, हम इस पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता के तौर पर बैठे.
वो तो ये भी कह रही है राहुल गांधी एक लीडर है और उनकी एक कोटरी है, बस वो उनको घेरी रहती है, बाकी लोग उनके पास ही नहीं आ पाते. वो तो ये भी कह रही हैं. एनीवे, so the point is that everyone has heard the interview. We have heard what the BJP had to say. We have heard, well, not what the Congress had to say, but at least people who support the Congress had to say. So we've heard all sides. We'll let our viewers decide on what the state of the Congress party is in this country right now. But I do say that India needs a strong opposition, and we'll be very happy and we'll applaud if the Congress party actually manages to fix its problem. We'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, a break. There's more on the other side. Do stay with us.